Today's date is September the 19th, 1862, and you're the citizen of a small town of Iuka, Mississippi. While traveling south on the Jacinto Road, you and your family have stopped for a picnic, and from your vantage point, you're able to watch one of the bloodiest battles in history unfold. Yesterday, the Federals under General Ord skirmished with the Confederate defenders of Iuka under the command of General Sterling Price along the Burnsville Road. At dusk, the Federal forces had formed a line of battle 6 miles west of Iuka. General Price, feeling that the Federal attack was imminent, had deployed all of his troops, except for a small rear guard, into one line of battle along the Burnsville Road. At daybreak, unbeknownst to the Confederates, the Union Army of the Mississippi under Major General William S. Rosecrans left Jacinto and marched towards Iuka. Down the road from your picnic site, the 5th Iowa deployed as skirmishers from Rosecrans' column had encountered 2 Confederate pickets. One of the pickets managed to escape and informed General Price of the advancing Federals. General Price immediately ordered his rear guard, Brigadier General Henry Little's brigade, into action. It's now 4 p.m., and from your picnic site, you can see the Confederates form a line of battle to your right. To your left, the 5th Iowa marches into the open field and engages the Confederate skirmishers. The massive fire of the Confederates drive the 5th Iowa back to your extreme left. The 5th Iowa and the Federal column immediately form a battle line, while consistently subjected to Confederate artillery fire. After a short artillery duel, the long gray line advances. The Confederate artillery batteries cease firing because their line of fire is blocked by their own advancing troops. This frees the Federal artillery, the 11th Ohio, to shift its fire to the advancing line, hidden on the hill directly at your front. A Federal artillery battery and an infantry regiment open fire on the Confederate flank. The effects of this crossfire are devastating, yet still, the Confederates press forward. The Texas Lafayette's fire causes the 58th Indiana on the left flank to break and flee from the battlefield. This exposes the flank of the 11th Ohio Artillery to the Texans' fire. However, the 5th Ohio on the right flank remains solid and prevents the Confederates from capturing the guns of the 11th Ohio. Meanwhile, the Confederates have been reinforced and 2 regiments, the 37th and 38th Mississippi Infantry, advance on the Federal artillery battery hidden on the hill. Due to the terrain, the Confederates are not able to silence the battery, forcing them to fall back and take cover behind the banks of a small stream. Inevitably, the 5th Iowa runs out of ammunition and is forced to withdraw from the field. This leaves the 11th Ohio defenseless, and the Confederates sweep down on the guns and crews. Every officer and man of the 11th is either killed or disabled. In the wood line, the Federals have regrouped and been reinforced. The Federals attempt to recapture the field pieces, but the Confederates quickly drive them back. The Federals reform and again attack, this time driving the Confederates back and recapture the field pieces. The Confederates quickly rally and charge. After fierce hand-to-hand combat, the Confederates drive the Federals back into the woods. Once more, the Federals charge forth and attempt to recapture the guns. For a brief moment, it looks like they will succeed, but the combined fire of the 14 and 17 Arkansas and the 40th Mississippi on the Confederate left flank blows massive holes into the Federal ranks, and very few of them make it back to the safety of the wood line. As quickly as it began, it ends. The smoke of the battle clears. You're able to see the carnage. Within a 100-yard radius of the 11th Ohio's field pieces, over 100 men lay dead or dying. The battle is best described by the words of General Sterling Price. The fight began and was waged with severity that has never been surpassed.